When Robert Downey Jr. is on screen, he grabs not only people's attention but their interest too. Building that intrigue is something that you can tap into, so you can turn heads and really boss the space just like Robert does. He self-amuses first. Robert's really good at framing things positively for himself, taking his own personal filter to what's going on and bringing his sense of curiosity. What entertains, what's relevant, he can draw on people, place, things and ideas and meet that by elevating his actions. He definitely brings the entertainment factor to what he does, with him performing in his own house to an audience of one.
What's the thing you get most excited about?
Probably my first costume fitting, me surrounded by many full-length mirrors.
It may get crazy or chaotic with others, but being on point like this gets people intrigued. It resonates when someone brings a touch of the personal in a busy world, and they want that clarity for themselves. There's more of that on show from Robert, drawing on a prop from the set of the Avengers and pulling people into the frame in order to elevate his actions. He talks about making a pride of place in his office.
On Age of Ultron, there was a massive Avengers A, which is outside the Avengers Center.
Uh-huh.
I have it.
Where is it?
I said, why is this in England? Send it back to LA. I'll put it in my office. They're like, seriously? I said, yeah, I'll wait.
And it's there?
I have it.
You have it, right.
He has an energized voice. Key to bringing that energy is being physically grounded. It frees up the diaphragm so you can dial into the breath, and that way there's power, there's a buffer behind the voice to propel it out. With a good physicality, the feet make better contact and the movement is freer. For people around you, it comes across as commanding and with ease too. The upper half of the body is more coordinated as there's power behind it. So, relax the muscles, expand the diaphragm on breath, and spread the feet to really contact the floor. Let's see Robert on point with this, walking straight into a room full of superheroes with a contacted, easy approach, like he's strolling through a park, taking the air outdoors.
Means a portal won't collapse on itself like it did at S.H.I.E.L.D. No hard feelings, Point Break. You got a mean swing. Also, means the portal can open as wide and stay open as long as Loki wants.
He'd have to heat the cube to 120 million Kelvin just to break through the Coulomb barrier.
Unless Selvig has figured out how to stabilize the quantum tunneling effect.
Well, if he could do that, he could achieve heavy ion fusion at any reactor on the planet.
Finally, someone who speaks English.
He has a familiar vocal intent. So with Robert, it's definitely the case when he's playing Tony Stark in the Marvel films. When he speaks, it feels engaging. The key thing is he's maximising two things: an outward focus with his words, sending what he says out to those in his eye line, and making the connection with others a familiar one. It's like there's an invisible thread he's drawing on that connects him. He might be talking to an interviewer, but he makes it feel like he's talking to a close friend, transposing them in place and speaking with conviction.
I've always felt like you can learn a lot about a man if he opens up his jewelry box. Might be chokers, tiaras, little ringlets. I don't know. This is actually a found object. I was doing some scavenging with a folk art buddy of mine, and we wound up working this into a living art piece. This was actually my grandfather's watch, and he'd hawked it to get enough dough together to start a little pharmacy. And then he got busted for filling scripts at that pharmacy for people who were forging their doctor's signature. So, I mean, really, there's a lot of shame on this watch.